Tonight, I can report to the world that the strikes were a spectacular military success. Iran's key nuclear enrichment facilities have been completely and totally obliterated. Iran, the bully of the Middle East, must now make peace. If they do not, future attacks will be far greater and a lot easier.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to America First, the channel that tells the truth, no matter how uncomfortable it is for the establishment, the globalists, or the radical left. If you're new here, do yourself a favor. Hit that like button, smash the subscribe button, and turn on notifications so you never miss a single video. And if you're already part of this patriotic family, we appreciate your support more than words can say. But if you want to go the extra mile and help us keep delivering unfiltered, unapologetic American commentary, head over to our Patreon at patreon.com/AmericaFirst. For as little as $5 a month, you help keep this channel free from corporate influence and liberal censorship. That's how we stay strong together. Now, let's get into the meat of what we're covering today, because what happened last night is going to be remembered for a long, long time. We're talking about a moment of bold, decisive American action that the world has not seen in decades. This wasn't just a military strike. This was a line in the sand. It was a message to Tehran, to Beijing, to Moscow, and to every single regime that has ever dared to test the resolve of the United States of America. That message is simple. We will not kneel, we will not apologize, and we will not hesitate to defend our people, our allies, and our way of life.
Our objective was the destruction of Iran's nuclear enrichment capacity and a stop to the nuclear threat posed by the world's #1 state sponsor of terror. Tonight, I can report to the world that the strikes were a spectacular military success. Iran's key nuclear enrichment facilities have been completely and totally obliterated. Iran, the bully of the Middle East, must now make peace. If they do not, future attacks will be far greater and a lot easier. For 40 years, Iran has been saying death to America, death to Israel. They have been killing our people, blowing off their arms, blowing off their legs with roadside bombs. That was their specialty. We lost over 1,000 people, and hundreds of thousands throughout the Middle East and around the world have died as a direct result of their hate. In particular, so many were killed by their general, Qasem Soleimani. I decided a long time ago that I would not let this happen. It will not continue. I want to thank and congratulate Prime Minister Bibi Netanyahu. We worked as a team like perhaps no team has ever worked before. And we've gone a long way to erasing this horrible threat to Israel. I want to thank the Israeli military for the wonderful job they've done. And most importantly, I want to congratulate the great American patriots who flew those magnificent machines tonight, and all of the United States military on an operation the likes of which the world has not seen in many, many decades. Hopefully, we will no longer need their services in this capacity. I hope that's so. I also want to congratulate the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Dan Raisin-Kane, spectacular general, and all of the brilliant military minds involved in this attack. With all of that being said, this cannot continue. There will be either peace or there will be tragedy for Iran far greater than we have witnessed over the last 8 days. Remember, there are many targets left. Tonight's was the most difficult of them all, by far, and perhaps the most lethal. But if peace does not come quickly, we will go after those other targets with precision, speed, and skill. Most of them can be taken out in a matter of minutes. There's no military in the world that could have done what we did tonight, not even close. There has never been a military that could do what took place just a little while ago. Tomorrow, General Kane, Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth will have a press conference at 8 a.m. at the Pentagon. And I want to just thank everybody, and in particular, God. I want to just say we love you, God, and we love our great military. Protect them. God bless the Middle East. God bless Israel. And God bless America. Thank you very much. Thank you.
In his address, the president declared the destruction of Iran's nuclear enrichment infrastructure, a threat that past presidents allowed to fester. Let's not forget what the Obama-Biden administration did. They enabled Iran. They funded terrorism through cash payments and a disastrous nuclear deal that handed Iran everything it wanted on a silver platter. They called it peace through diplomacy, but what they really did was delay the inevitable and embolden the world's largest state sponsor of terror. But last night, that chapter closed. America showed what it looks like when we stop playing defense and finally go on offense. Iran's nuclear facilities gone. Obliterated. Not disabled. Not damaged. Destroyed. That's how you deal with evil. You confront it. You neutralize it. You don't negotiate with it. The president reminded us of what we've known all along. Iran has been waging war against us for decades. Whether it's chanting death to America in their streets, funding attacks against our soldiers, or developing nuclear capabilities behind our backs, this regime has made its intentions perfectly clear. And too many American leaders have ignored those warnings. Too many of our sons and daughters have paid the price with their lives and their limbs because our politicians refuse to act. How many American heroes have been maimed or killed by Iranian IEDs? How many families have had to bury their children because of Iran's terror network? General Qasem Soleimani, the butcher responsible for so much bloodshed, should have been eliminated long before 2020. But he wasn't because our so-called leaders were too scared of offending the global community. Well, that era is over. The president also gave a strong and heartfelt thanks to our greatest ally in the region, Israel, and to Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who he called a true partner in this operation. And let me just say this. It's about time we had a president who doesn't turn his back on Israel, who doesn't sell them out for UN applause or photo op in Paris. Israel is a beacon of freedom and democracy in a sea of tyranny, and this administration made it clear. America stands with Israel. Period. We also heard praise for the incredible bravery and precision of our military. Let's take a moment to recognize just how historic this operation was. The president said it clearly, no other military in the world could have pulled off what we just did. Not even close. The mission was executed flawlessly, with skill, with speed, and with surgical precision. Every American should be proud. General Dan Rice-Kane and the Joint Chiefs, along with every pilot and operator involved, deserve more than our thanks. They deserve our unwavering support. And that includes giving them the tools, the funding, and the leadership they need to keep us safe. Let's not forget, our military was gutted under Obama. Budgets slashed. Morale crushed. Focus shifted from defense to diversity training. But under America First leadership, we're seeing the return of true military dominance. But folks, let me be clear, this fight isn't over. The president said it best, there are still many targets left. What we took out was the most difficult, the most fortified, and we did it in one coordinated strike. If Iran refuses to come to the table, if they keep pushing, if they keep threatening our allies or attacking our interests, the next round of operations will be faster, harder, and even more devastating. Let that sink in. We're not dealing with World War II logistics anymore. We're not waiting months to mobilize. These targets can be taken out in minutes. That's what makes this moment so historic. Not just what we did, but what we've now proven we can do. Iran and every other nation watching just learned that America has both the will and the ability to act decisively. And that is the greatest deterrent of all. But now we need to address what's coming next, because you can bet the left-wing media is going to spin this. They're already calling it escalation, dangerous, provocative. Just watch CNN tonight, and you'll see it, panel after panel warning that we've provoked a response. But here's the truth, we didn't provoke anything. Iran provoked this with 40 years of terror. Iran provoked this when they armed insurgents. Iran provoked this when they tried to develop nuclear weapons in secret. What we did was respond. Finally, this is what leadership looks like. This is what peace through strength means. And this is why elections matter. To every American watching this, you helped make this happen. If you voted for a president who promised to put America first, if you demanded a foreign policy that wasn't dictated by Brussels or Beijing, if you stood up and said enough is enough, then take a moment to be proud today. This is what it looks like when we win. Before we close, let me say a prayer for the men and women in uniform who put their lives on the line to protect our freedom. May God bless every single one of them. And may He continue to bless this great nation. Because as the President said, we love you, God. And we love our military. So if you support this mission, if you believe in defending American lives and liberty, if you believe in standing with Israel, and if you believe that the time for weakness is over, then you belong here. This is the America First movement. And we're just getting started. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Let the world know where you stand. And if you want to help us grow, head to patreon.com/AmericaFirst and support us for as little as $5 a month. Every bit helps us fight the good fight. This is America First. Signing off. God bless our troops. God bless Israel. And God bless the United States of America. See you next time.